But yeah, I think the Meliodas is not an easy skip. Let me play a match of ungeared. Now, the reason why I have to play ungeared is because JP, alright? And I have to say this, JP is doing something very bad, which is they are giving rules to PvP on geared. And the rule of this week is that attack cards do 30% less damage. So it's like, yeah, I could bring the Meliodas there. Oh, look at the Meliodas. But he would do like, oh my god, 1k more CC. He would do 30% less damage, and he would just be like, not fun. Alright, one of his points was that if you use Askener, right, you can destroy the Meliodas. Now, let me show you what happens if I use Askener against the Meliodas. The reason why he's hitting so light is because of Red King. Nowadays, if I don't use Red King, I just lose. Let me see if he's using Red King though. If he's not, he isn't. Oh wow, I'm actually going to destroy his Meliodas. Look at my Meliodas. Like, look at what happens if you are facing someone that doesn't have Red King. See, like I said, like he does like 70-ish%. I'm hitting much harder. Like that was like 30% of their HP in one attack card. The Meliodas hits really hard. He does. He just does. Unlucky this guy doesn't have Red King. Oh, I didn't get a Meliodas card. No Lilia card either. That's very unlucky. That's very unlucky. That could cost me the match. Because the Meliodas, another great thing about him is that he cannot be attack sealed. And yep, I knew he was going to attack me. He cannot be attack sealed, which makes a big difference. Alright, let me do... Oh, okay. Even better. Do this, and I'm gonna heal. So I'm gonna get his his ultimate right there, so I can use next turn. He can take it off with Lilia, but hopefully he doesn't. Meliodas is a fantastic passive of not being able to be attack sealed when he has his full ult cage. Now the thing is that even if he attack seals me, if he takes off my ult cage, I lose the attack sealing as well. So I can use his attack card. It's such a good passive, man. It's so good. It's so good, especially if you're not using a cleanser, which Blue King kind of falls off a little bit, but he's still like a super fantastic healer. Alright, you gonna attack me again? Are you gonna attack me again? No. That means your Lilia is dead. Oh, no. I was gonna say his Lilia is dead, but I can't actually kill Lilia. Let me go for this. Unlucky. I'm just gonna go for poop. Well, that's pretty much how the Meliodas plays like. Like I said, like you can see, like 40% of his HP just dead. And you see Lilia also took like around that. It's because he doesn't care about typing. Pierce rate, how it works, it's really weird. But pierce rate doesn't really account for typing. So all of his damage is from pierce rate. So pretty much all of his damage doesn't care about typing. So if you're facing a green unit, you're still gonna hit pretty much the same. And also, type disadvantage in this game is not as big as in other games. What I mean by that is, I know in other games, type disadvantage counts for like 50% of your damage. In this game, it's only like 30%. Right. Actually, legitimately, Askener could kill him. So I'm gonna try. Askener could kill Gopher. Yeah. Because Lilia is giving him pierce rate, he probably kills. Ikimasu. Yep. Again, Askener hits harder because of Lilia as well. By the way, this whole video was supposed to be about you should summon for the Meliodas, but I think I'm losing I'm losing track. Oh, he's gonna take off my ult cage, unlucky. I think I'm losing a lot of the track. Because this match is actually pretty interesting. I'm gonna heal and get my ult with Askener again. I'm losing a lot of track because this match, I wasn't expecting to face someone using the Meliodas but not using Red King. So I could actually do like pretty much the most damage of my unit. He could kill my Askener, which is very unlucky. But only if he has 2 attack cards. I think 1 attack card doesn't kill. Or he could just go for taking off the ult cage, which is fair. But if he does, I love Red Escanor's animation. It's so cool. I really love Red Escanor's animations. This is how much I trust Meliodas. I'm pretty sure he can do enough damage so she can die to Escanor's attack. I am pretty sure. This is how much I trust on Meliodas. Yeah, you see how much damage he did. This is how much I trust him. And then Escanor one-shots, he's 6-6. Boop. And then... boop. Now let's talk about farming. Now one of his points was that if you're gonna farm, you might as well just use Bon, Ellie Hawk, and Hauser, which is what you have on global. And it should be completely, you know, in the playing field. I'm gonna be putting up against a stage that has a lot of blue types. So this team will do really good. And I want to see on auto how many turns it takes for it to win. And then I'm gonna put the Meliodas team and see how many turns does Meliodas take to win. I bet you that Meliodas is gonna kill much faster. But that's just me. And when you're doing a stage, let me put it's already on auto. When you are doing a stage for, I don't know, 100 times or something like that, which is how you usually do, those you know, 1-2 turns can make a difference. Now you saw the attack stats of all my units in the beginning right there, so you have kind of an idea of how much they are going to be hitting for. And again, I chose this stage because the boss stage is not like the easiest thing ever. That can be one shot, and it has a lot of blue typings, which I have 2 green units, and I thought I should give the global team a little more of an advantage here, because I don't want DML to just win. So this is 2 turns. They're doing pretty okay. This is 2 turns. Bon, I have him with a lot of crit damage. So if he crits, like, because that's the gear I did for him. If he crits, he's gonna do a lot of damage. He snatches everything. You already have a snatch Bon, stop. The AI is on offensive mode. It's really funny when they just do stuff like that. Alright, 3 turns. So it took 4 turns. Pretty much. They're gonna kill right now. So it took 4 turns. It took quite a bit though. 4 turns, that's how long it took. He snatches every turn. Come on, Bon. You're already snatched. Alright. 4 turns. Let me bring the Meliodas team. Alright, so now let's take a look at the Meliodas team. And yes, there can be RNG that can change how the runs can go. But mostly it doesn't really matter, because you only really need 1 card from him, and he obliterates. Most of the time the AI does go for Hauser though, which is unlucky. That's why I prefer Shin. Shin, how the AI programs Shin is so much better. The Shin is the original character. As you can see, I did get an extra Meliodas card, which doesn't really matter. Oh, the AI went full dumb this time. Because I got level 2 from Lilia, it went with the Lilia card. It doesn't matter because even if it had gone with the Hauser card, I don't think it would have killed anyone because of the amount of blue units. Hauser cares about type disadvantage. It's not like we'll DM Meliodas. But now next turn, DM Meliodas. If the AI decides to use 1 card from him, that's a complete team wipe. Or AI wipe? Whatever. Okay. Okay. It just went full stupid. And the AI went full stupid and ignored the 2 cards from the list. Bro, I swear. Why? It just went full stupid. It was 3 turns though. It was still 1 turn less. But the AI just went full stupid. Nah, I don't want. I don't want. Wait. I think I'm into something. Alright. I put him on the left this time. I think I'm into something. Oh, bet. He does. The AI does use the cards for the left, from the right. I mean. Oh, unlucky. If Hauser was a little stronger. If only Hauser was a little stronger. He would have killed him. If this was Shen, they would have died. But again, it's still gonna be 3 turns regardless. It just kills faster. And if you're running the stage 100 times, it makes a difference. It really does. If you're running, you know, overnight and stuff, you're gonna wake up with way more runs by using the Meliodas than using any other unit. He's just the fastest farmer. And again, this was type neutral, but if he was up against type disadvantage, he wouldn't care. Dude, I've never noticed that. The AI does prefer cards to the right. I never noticed that. Ever playing this game. This is the first time. Alright, there's one more thing though. A little while ago, I think this was in February, I made a video on how many gems you can get in a month on the game. And this is pretty much the math. There is a margin of error. This is the consistent. This is how guaranteed you would get in a month. But you can get more depending on other activities, right? So there is a margin of error, but it's high. The margin of error is you actually gain more from the number I'm displaying. So keep that in mind. So the math I did, if you want to watch the actual video to see me explain, I'm not going to explain it again, right? But the math I made, if you are an endgame player, you should be receiving around 412 to 452 gems. Now, most of you guys watching, you're not. And because, what I mean by that is endgame players are people in champions. Champions is what I call the endgame of the game, because that's where you put effort and you grind, and you know, eventually you get there, and that's pretty much where you settle, right? After you get your champions on ungeared, you know, that's the rewards you want to get every month, every week, I mean, gems, right? You can get, of course, challenger on geared, but that doesn't give you gems, so I don't count that. But there's also that, right? So most of y'all are probably mid-game. So you would get like around like 300 a month, which is pretty decent. It's 10 multis. And I'm pretty sure that if you have already summoned the slime collab, that's the time I'm always I'm uploading this video. By the time Demon Meliodas comes out, which I closed the thing. Yeah, so it's pretty much said that he's gonna drop as a 100-day celebration. And right now on global we are at 77-ish days. So in around like 23 weeks, in around like 3-4 weeks, that's when he should be coming out. By then you should have a decent amount of gems, man. Come on, you should be saving. You should not be summoning on whatever banner comes out. If Green Lilia is a banner that comes out next week, she's good. She's good, don't get me wrong, but she could be free actually because of this. I don't know. She could be free. If Valencia comes out, don't summon. If Green the End comes out, legitimately out of all the banners that are coming out of the next, you know, few months even, Demon Meliodas and Lilia are pretty much the only games you really want. Like, if you're being quote-unquote optimal, I'm stupid. If you're being quote-unquote optimal, that's what you should be going for. Because, as you can see right here, Little Demons came out, and the only units that we don't have on Global are like Small DN, which came out of Vascular, which you shouldn't be summoning for. You're probably going to pull her 100 times. Death Priest is already here. Melasculate, no. Fat King, no. Valenti, if you really want to be a cuck. Galaxinia, no. Merlin, no. Delger already in the game. Nunchuk Bond, no. DN, no. Elet, no. Ascanor, he's a coin shop unit though. You could skip him and just buy him from the coin shop. So there's that. New Year's units, who knows when they're gonna come out. Bellion, no. Red King, yes. But that's it's gonna take a while. Unless they push him really fast, which could happen. Estarossa, no, he's a coin shop unit. Elaine, no, this Valentine's Day, who knows if it's ever gonna come on global. It should. Derriere, yes. But you know, that's the only like yes and no asterisks, because Ascanor was a yes with asterisks, like yeah he's in the coin shop though. Derriere is like the next summonable unit that's actually really worth summoning for. So I think you have time. I think you have time to save again. So yes, summon for Demon Meliodas, forehead!